Installing your SureCall signal booster isn't difficult, especially if you've got the right tools. This video will help you make sure you have the right things on hand to ensure a successful installation. In addition to what comes in the box, here's a few things to have on hand to make sure you've got everything covered. You want a stripping tool and a coax cable crimping tool. These are just a couple examples. You can pick these up at your local hardware store. You want a drill with a bit at least long enough to go halfway through the wall. You want some good quality masking or painter's tape. Some wall covers for your entry and exit points for your cable. And potentially some RG6 coax cable. One of the most important steps in your DIY installation is placing the outside antenna in an area with the strongest amount of signal. But what is the strong signal? And what you're looking for is somewhere between a -55 and a -85 dB, with -55 being the strongest. Make sure you refer to your installation manual for the best tips on installing your antenna. As you prep for your install, keep in mind that most of the time you're going to be running the cable through your walls. Here's a few tips to help that go more smoothly. When running cables into your home, try running it through an existing vent or under a flashing to avoid having to drill into your home. If you do have to, make sure you use a proper wall plate or cover to seal everything up and make sure it's watertight. Another tip for running your cable into the house is oftentimes the easiest way is to run it in through a window. For this, all you'll need is a flat piece of coax cable. Always ensure there are no gas, electrical, or water lines in the area you select before choosing that as a site for your installation. Always cover your connectors with tape before running them through the wall. This will protect the connectors and the center protectors. Before installing anything, make sure you dry fit to make sure that everything fits properly and will reach, to avoid any unnecessary drilling and guesswork. On that note, make sure you choose and mark your location for the outside antenna before you run any cable. From the roof, you can run the cable under the flashing next to a vent pipe. Just make sure you seal up any holes. If you have a vented attic, you can run the cable through a vent and into your attic. If you happen to have a screen on your vent, just punch a small hole and run the cable through that hole. Just make sure to seal around the hole so that no pests can get in. If you don't have a vent pipe or a vent or a window to run the cable through, then your best option is going to be drill through the soffit or the wall. If you're not comfortable doing this, you can hire a professional to come in and do this for you. If you do choose to drill, just make sure to seal up the hole so that no moisture or pests can get inside. There are also plenty of tools available to you to help you understand how to find your dB ratings. Here's a list of apps and websites that we recommend. Cell Mapper, Network Cell Info, and Faraday Bag Testers. These aren't the only tips and tricks for DIY installation, but they should be helpful.